May I have your attention, please? Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the commencement ceremonies of the Lake Highlands High School class of 2023. Our graduates have worked diligently for 13 years in order to receive their diplomas today, and they deserve our accolades. However, we ask in the name of fairness and expediency that you do not applaud individual students. This will give each parent and guest the opportunity to hear the announcer pronounce each student's name who will be honored here today. It is important that friends and family enjoy their graduate's special moment during the ceremony. At this time, please silence all digital devices. The graduates, faculty, and administration also request that you refrain from using noisemakers so that this ceremony will be given its proper respect and dignity. We would appreciate your assistance in adhering to Richardson Independent School District's Fire Code regulations. Please remain in your seats. Do not sit or stand in the aisles or by the rails. The paths must be clear at all times. Thank you for your cooperation. Would you please stand for the processional? Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors and the national anthem. Please remain standing for a moment of reflection so that we may all individually, according to our own beliefs, join our hearts and minds to give thanks for this year's blessings. Thank you. You may now be seated. And now, the senior class of 2023 Vice President Chung Ip Lian.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming to the Class of 2023 graduation ceremony. I am Chung Lian. I am the class vice president. I am part of the Impact 12 football, soccer team, FCA, and AVID. Through God's love and mercy, I plan on attending the University of Arkansas next year. Today, I would like to introduce our principal, Ms. Carrie Jones. Ms. Jones received her bachelor's from Ouachita Baptist University, where she majored in sociology and minored in accounting. She received her Master's of Business Administration from Henderson State University, where she focused on the field of marketing. After receiving her MBA, she moved to Dallas and worked as a recruiter. After 2 years in corporate America, Ms. Jones decided to pursue a career in education and joined the Alternatives Certification program in Dallas ISD, where she earned a math certification. Ms. Jones taught 7th and 8th grade math at Benjamin Franklin Middle School in Dallas for 5 years, and then began work as an assistant principal at Forest Meadow Junior High in Richardson ISD. She served as an assistant principal at Forest Meadow for 8 years before becoming principal. After serving as principal at Forest Meadow for 4 years, Ms. Jones became the principal at Lake Highlands High School. She just completed her 4th year here. To see her every day, I can see that she truly loves being a Wildcat and is so thankful to be part of the Lake Highlands community.
Way to go, Chuck.
Good morning. I'm Carrie Jones, and it is with great pride that I stand before you as the principal of the School of Champions. I'm honored to be a part of this special occasion, and it's my privilege to introduce our special guest today. When I call your name, please stand and be recognized, and please hold your applause until everyone has been announced. Sitting to my right, Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Tabitha Branham. Members of the Board of Trustees, President, Mrs. Regina Harris, Mrs. Debbie Renteria, Mr. Eric Eager, Mrs. Rachel McGowan, Mrs. Vanessa Pacheco, Mr. Chris Poteet, and Mrs. Megan Timmy. You may be seated, thank you. I would like to introduce those sitting on my left. We'll start with our top 10 graduating seniors. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing. At number 10, Maxwell Charles Allen. Number 9, Naomi Hannah Geiger. Number 8, William Evans Meisenheimer. Number 7, Colin James Keaton. Number 6, Hannah Grace Thomas. Number 5, Mary Elizabeth McMullen. Number 4, Tessa Marie Whittam. Number 3, Madeline Corlett Hastings. Our salutatorian with a GPA of 105.0391 is Jocelyn Marie Howell. She will be attending the University of Texas at Austin, where she'll be studying biomedical engineering. I'd like to ask Jocelyn's family to please stand and be recognized. And the valedictorian for the senior class of 2023 with a GPA of 105.2519, attending the University of Austin to study statistics and data science is John Caleb Trelford. I would like to ask Caleb's family to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. Next, I'll introduce our student leaders. Our student class officers, President Laura Elizabeth Jordan, Vice President Chung Eop Lian, Secretary Elena Michelle Lavender, Treasurer Warren Arthur Hamilton, and Historian Biok Sang. Thank you. You may be seated. Our student council officers, President Hannah Grace Thomas, Vice President Olivia Barrett Schmidtke, Secretary Millicent Leone Ramsey, Treasurer Sarah Ballou, Technology Officer Ava Valentina Arena, Innovation Officer Ella Kate Barfoot, and Historian Kelly Grace Cawthorn. Thank you. You may be seated. Our TI-12 representatives, which stand for the Impact 12, are 3 seniors who meet monthly with Superintendent Branham, senior staff, and Board of Trustee representatives to discuss topics important to students. Please stand and be recognized. Samson Alaton, Chung Eop Lian, and Audrey Grace Potcotter. You may be seated. Thank you. And lastly, our announcers today are Mr. Robert Hutmeyer, Mrs. Sarita Love, and Mrs. Amy Washman. Please help me acknowledge all of our stage guests one more time. Now I'd like to take a minute to recognize our esteemed members of the Lake Highlands Learning Community. When I call your name, please stand and be recognized. Mrs. Jenny Bates, Area Superintendent of the Lake Highlands Learning Community. Mr. Bill Gallo, Principal, Memorial Park Academy. Mr. Nick Rustin, Principal, Lake Highlands Junior High. Mrs. Susan Burt, Principal, Forest Meadow Junior High. Mrs. Bobby Ecker, Assistant Principal, Wallace Elementary. Mr. Jose Vega, Principal, Moss Haven Elementary. Ms. Mary Kelliger, Principal, North Lake Elementary. Mrs. Katrina Collins, Principal, Skyview Elementary. Mrs. Becky Stevens, Principal, White Rock Elementary. Ms. Allison Congdon, Principal, Aiken Elementary. Mr. DeMarcus Gorey, Principal, Forest Lane Academy. Mrs. Stacy Marks, Principal, Merriman Park Academy. Elementary. Mr. Ron Anthony, Principal, Stoltz Road Elementary. And Mrs. Nolene Martin, Assistant Principal, Thurgood Marshall Elementary. We also have some of our outstanding Lake Highlands faculty with us today, so teachers and staff, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. Today would not be possible without the help of several of our staff members. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Mr. Casey Gray, Associate Principal. Mrs. Kendall Hutchinson, Assistant Principal. Mr. Tommy Lambert, Assistant Principal. Mrs. Marion Wilds, Assistant Principal. Mr. Orlando Champion, Assistant Principal. Mr. Masood Shamsuddin, Assistant Principal. And Ms. Detrice Thomas, Assistant Principal. Thank you, and you may be seated. Our Lake Highlands counseling team, led by Mrs. Shamika Brackens, lead counselor. Ms. Joycelyn Anderson. Ms. Rhonda Boston. Ms. Mariana Hogue. Mrs. Maggie Karnowski. Mrs. Velma Lopez. Mrs. Judy London Young. Mrs. Patty McKay. Mr. Culis Williams. And Mrs. Melanie Thiessen. Thank you. You may be seated. Many of our Wildcats have received national recognition for their academic achievements, and I would like to acknowledge them at this time. As I announce the next group of students, please stand and remain standing. Our National Merit Commended Scholars are Josie Howell and Caleb Trelford. Our National Merit African American Scholars are Fatia Fasasi, Madison Harden, and Chidi Ume. Our National Merit Hispanic Scholars are Citlali Arizmendi, Alexandra Brielle Delgado, and Scout Camille Gomez. Please join me in recognizing these outstanding Lake Highlands scholars, and you may be seated. Lake Highlands honor graduates have attained an overall average of 90 or higher throughout high school. Honor graduates, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. RISD is proud to announce that our first cohort of P-TECH graduates have successfully completed all requirements set forth by Dallas College to earn an Associates of Art in Business Administration and Management. To earn this degree, students had to earn over 60 college credit hours in courses ranging from core classes to specific classes like macroeconomics and accounting. In addition, students earned an industry-based certification that aligned to their pathway. These students worked through the summer and spent many hours outside of school to successfully achieve this rare accomplishment. We are so proud of these graduates for paving the way as our first cohort of RISD P-TECH college graduates. P-TECH graduates, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. We are proud to have students graduating as AVID scholars. These students have committed themselves to academic excellence and successful college careers. AVID students, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. Memorial Park Academy is RISD's non-traditional high school program that works with students from all 4 high schools to complete graduation requirements. The program most recently celebrated its 350th graduate this school year and has graduated approximately 1,500 students since its creation 7 years ago with Bill Gallo as principal. If you were a student that attended Memorial Park Academy, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. Our service learning awardees have earned 60 or more community service hours. The class of 2023 has completed over 5,780 service hours. Will the service learning awardees please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Much of what makes Lake Highlands such an outstanding high school is the community's commitment to the success of our students. I'm honored to announce that the Lake Highlands Women's League and the Lake Highlands Exchange Club have given numerous scholarships to many of our students in the class of 2023. Seniors, if you're a recipient of one of the Women's League or Exchange Club scholarships, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. Lake Highlands class of 2023, I am so excited to be able to celebrate this moment with you. Parents, families, and friends, thank you for being here this morning, and thank you for all that you have done to make an impact in the life of your graduate. Senior graduates, you will always be known for your ability to push through any situation, and I am so proud of everything that you've accomplished this year. You are seriously the masters of staying positive and being resilient no matter what. I hope you look back on your senior year and think about the accomplishments you have made and know that nothing can stop you from your success. Remember, once a wildcat, always a wildcat, and know that you always have a home at Lake Highlands High School. Please be sure to stop by and visit when you're in town, and I am so excited about the next chapter of your life. Thank you so much for your time at the School of Champions, and I wish you all the best. And we will now hear My Heart's in the Highlands under the direction of Ms. Kari Gilbertson.
Oh
Now please help me welcome Lake Highlands Advanced Social Studies teacher, Miss Tracy Bishkin, who will introduce our salutatorian, Josie Marie Howell.
Congratulations, Wildcats. On the first day of class, every teacher looks out into a sea of possibilities. The possibility to succeed and grow, or the possibility to flame out completely. When I first met Jocelyn Howell, or Josie as we know her, I immediately saw these possibilities. You all were a bit of a mystery to us. Masked up, we could only wonder if you even had a smile. I can tell you that Josie has a smile. After a short while, those mere possibilities were more likely probabilities. Josie mastered everything I threw at her with confidence and composure. Josie mastered everything. No task was too overwhelming, so it was now probable that she would rise to the top of her class. It was probable that she would endear herself to her friends and teachers. And it was probable that she would become a leader at Lake Highlands High School. And here we are today. What was once a possibility became probability and is now a certainty. Josie plans to study biomedical engineering at the University of Texas at Austin. And as we Longhorns say, what starts here changes the world. So I'm certain that Josie will change the world of medicine through her work. I am certain that she will change hearts with her warmth, compassion, and tolerance. And I am certain that Josie will enrich the lives of others just as she has mine. Congratulating class of 23, I'm honored to introduce your salutatorian, Josie Howell.
Good morning, everyone. I am so glad that you are here to celebrate the class of 2023. Thank you, Ms. Bishkin, for an amazing introduction. I can't tell you what an honor it is to be introduced by someone who has spoken on behalf of so many accomplished students on this stage. Your classroom has been a place of growth and inspiration in the last 3 years, and it is where I felt most free to push myself and love what I was learning. In the last 4 years, we've all grown a lot. I think it's safe to say, and probably a good thing, that we are not the same people we were when we walked into Lake Highlands on our first day. Our experiences and our relationships at the school and beyond have inevitably shaped us into the people we are now, and I think we should be proud of those people. We should be proud of ourselves for all that we have accomplished and all that we will accomplish in this next great chapter of our lives. As the class with only one normal year of high school, we have shown that we are resilient and that we don't let any hurdle get in the way of our big dreams. The flexibility that we have so clearly displayed will be our defining characteristic, stepping into the world as it evolves ever faster. I believe that each and every one of us is capable of achieving great things and contributing to the positive change this world needs with the skills and characters we have acquired here. Countless people have impacted me and played a part in making me the person I am today, and I couldn't possibly thank everyone I need to in 3 minutes, but I'm going to try. To my parents, thank you for being exactly the parents I needed. Thank you for letting me set my own limits and loving me through the resulting stress, and always being ready for a coffee run. Andy, thank you for being my exact opposite, but just like me at the same time. I am already so proud of you, and you've only just begun. Dee Dee and Pop, thank you for believing that I could change the world someday. I hope to make you proud in all that I do. Thank you to all the people who have pointed me to God and shown me His love. I give thanks to Him for making all of this possible. And to everyone else who has stood by me or been my friend in the last 4 years, thank you. I truly wouldn't be here today without the influence of every one of you. Many of us will move away from home in the next year and will be given the chance to decide who we want to be. My hope is that everyone here today will leave this field feeling encouraged by the promise we hold. I hope you will be encouraged to go out and pursue whatever it is that will be fulfilling to you. Maybe you want to be an active participant in social justice. Maybe you just want to have a family and good children. And maybe the most fulfilling thing for you right now is pursuing an education. Whatever it is, whether it's becoming a soldier, an activist, a caretaker, a Razorback, a Longhorn, or even an Aggie, know that it's completely up to you to decide what your life will look like next. But regardless of who you become, know that you will always be a Wildcat.
Thank you, Josie. Please help me welcome Laura Shriver, Lake Highlands Latin teacher, who will introduce our valedictorian, Caleb Trelford.
Thank you, Ms. Jones. Salvete omnes. Good morning. The best part about my job as a Latin teacher here at LH is that sometimes I have a student for all 4 years of Latin. Caleb is one of those very special few. Caleb is not just an exceptional student, he is also a champion. Here are a few of his honors just in Latin. Summa cum laude on the National Latin Exam, first place in classical art at area, first place and highest score in classical art in the state of Texas, and he will be competing at nationals this summer. Knowing Caleb, I'm quite sure that he will be victorious as a national champion as well. It seems that whatever he undertakes, due to his thirst for knowledge and determination to be successful in everything, his achievements know no bounds. I have learned so much from him. His assiduity, his fortitude, his willingness to work very hard to achieve his goals, and his readiness to share that hard-won knowledge. That's challenged me to be a better educator. Maximus gratias, Caleb. Now, it is with the highest honor, most profound privilege, and extraordinary pleasure that I introduce to you your 2023 valedictorian, John Caleb Trelford, Awe atque wale mi discipule.
Good morning, Lake Highlands class of 2023, teachers, families, and friends. I'm honored to be speaking today. First, I'd like to thank Mrs. Jones and the administration for the culture of respect they have cultivated at our school. Everyone at Lake Highlands High School is treated as a person of value. I would list all of the teachers who have impacted my life here as both a student and a human being, but that list alone would take far too long to read. I'd also like to take a moment to remember the people who are no longer with us today, including Mrs. Pettigrew. She had a generous heart and cared deeply about our class. I know that she is with us in spirit today. When I was thinking about what to say today, my friend suggested that I start by saying something about myself. Okay, here's 3 fun facts about me. I know how to unicycle, I held a world record for the Rubik's clock puzzle, and I still don't have a driver's license. We all have our unique strengths and weaknesses. We don't all have to be good at everything. It's the variety of our talents that makes life interesting. Find the things that you're good at and be true to yourself. Know that each one of us has something worth bringing to the table. I've been reflecting on how far we've come these past 4 years and what we've accomplished. We had just settled into our freshman year when the COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown started. This was disruptive and posed many challenges, but we regrouped and triumphed in many ways, both individually and collectively. It wasn't always easy, but through ingenuity and teamwork, we made our way through, even when we weren't sure whether it was an A day or a B day. We should always remember our resilience as a class in overcoming struggles and carry these valuable lessons with us into the future as we set out on our individual paths. I'd like to end with the words of the famous Irish blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2023.
Thank you, Caleb. We will now hear a few words from our senior class president, Ellie Elizabeth Jordan.
Good morning, Lake Highlands Wildcats. My name is Ellie Jordan, and I have had the honor and privilege of being the class president for Lake Highlands High School's class of 2023. We made it, seniors. The day is finally here. From walking outside between buildings during construction, to having desk shields and wearing face masks, to seeing our varsity basketball team become state champions, we have experienced so much together. I would like to begin by thanking Chung, Warren, Elena, and Biak for being more than just my fellow officers. We five have become a family who supported each other through the highs and lows. Teachers, thank you for inspiring us. You have taught us commitment, hard work, integrity, and how to pursue our goals with determination. Thank you for being our second mothers and fathers, our mentors, our coaches, and our friends. Your wisdom and impact will never be forgotten. Parents, you have walked this journey with us and shaped us into the young men and women we are today. You have held our hands, dried our tears, and cleaned up the cuts and scrapes life gave us. You will never stop being our rocks. Thank you, and we hope every day to make you proud. Finally, I would like to thank Mrs. Pettigrew and all of the administrators and staff who have stepped in to take on her duties. This gifted, driven, passionate, and committed woman helped make Lake Highlands what it is. It is rare to meet an educator as genuinely invested in her students as much as Tessa Pettigrew was. She was our school spirit. You may not realize it, but her fingerprints are on your memories here. Every pep rally, student-faculty basketball game, prom, graduation, and everything in between was her creation. If you knew Mrs. Pettigrew, you knew that having prom at AT&T Stadium was her dream, and for us, she made it come true. I know she would have been overjoyed to see it all come together, and I also know she would be more than proud to see us walk across this stage today. This class is made up of distinguished and talented students who have left their mark on Lake Highlands. This year alone, our boys basketball team became state champions. Fernanda Lopez became a girls wrestling state champion. 5 musicians went to TMEA All-State, and our boys soccer team became regional finalists. Not to mention, volleyball and girls basketball were bi-district champions. Football, girls soccer, baseball, and softball were bi-district finalists. Choir and orchestra got sweepstakes at UIL, and band became an area finalist. Aside from our accomplishments, we should be proud of the community that we have been blessed to be part of and help build. Lake Highlands is rich in its traditions and has given us all memories that will last a lifetime. There is not a more tight-knit and supportive community than Lake Highlands, and I'm lucky to have called it my home for so long. I hope each of you has valued your time here as much as I have. I'm so thankful to have taken this journey with you all. Just know that whatever great things you go on to do, it all started here. And remember, once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. Thank you, and go Cats.
Thank you, Ellie. I would now like to ask Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Tabitha Branham, and Board of Trustees President, Ms. Regina Harris, to the podium. The Lake Highlands class of 2023 has fulfilled all of the requirements set forth by the state of Texas, and I would like to present them as candidates for graduation. Will the class of 2023 please stand?
By the power vested in me by the state of Texas, the State Board of Education, the Texas Education Agency, and the Board of Trustees of the Richardson Independent School District, I now declare each student who will be receiving a diploma to be a graduate of Lake Highlands High School. Graduates, please move your tassels from right to left.
It is now time for the presentation of the diplomas, so graduates, please be seated.
John Caleb Trelford. Jocelyn Marie Howell. Madeline Corlett Hastings. Tessa Marie Whittam. Mary McMullen. Hannah Grace Thomas. Colin James Keaton. William Meisenheimer. Naomi Hannah Geiger. Maxwell Charles Allen. Laura Elizabeth Jordan. Chung Yep Liam. Elena Michelle Lavender. Warren Arthur Hamilton. Biak Su Tseng. Olivia Barnett Schneinke. Said that one right. Millicent Leona Ramsey. Sarah Bello. Ava Valentina Arena. Ella Kate Barfoot. Kelly Grace Coturn. Samson Alatan. Audrey Grace Potiker. Menhiza Abasi. Adaralagye Fumilola Adafunke. Claude AJ. Olufamare Victor Akambibe. Fiaso Peter the King Akinfase. Oji Cornsola Akurame. Not even close. Faris Abel Jabbar Al Jabale. Abdullah Al Rubaye. Perez Alayaku. Egypt Bianca Alicia. Brew Nicole Allen, sorry. Kala Al Rubaye. Diana Jocelyn Alvarado. Zamora Alvarado. David Alexander Alaveras. Khalil Javier Alvarez. Oscar Mauricio Alvarez Baco. Dylan Francisco Alvarez Taylor. Sadaf Amiri. Enrique Anderson. Craig Matthew Grays Jr. Nathaniel Solomon Woldger. Elijah Vega. Jacob Anderson. Laura Nakia Anderson. Nakiria Anderson. Where's the R? Dwayne Anikwi. Jacqueline Antero Martinez. Sonto Chokawa and Anyawa. Oh, sorry. Rania Saeed Afra. Christian Arahu. Yameli Arce Romero. Natalie Yolanda Arias. Sidley Arizmendi. Genesis Artiga. Noor Aslam. Soliana Michael Ashmalash. Nelson Daniel Ayala. Ayomide Daniel Oyoko. Abraham R. Azrag. Stephen Bagara. Angel Bailey. Colin Gerard Baker. Aliber Barcenas Gutierrez. Happy graduation. Asha Barnes. Andrew West Barnett. Jade Barron. Anna Catherine Barton. Richard O'Neill Beecham Jr. Catherine Ann Becken. Emmanuel Bedekaiko. Sorry. Ryan Allen Berry. Sophia Bidney. Eric Dwayne Binder Jr. Grace Elaine Bindra. Maddox Andam Bergy. Bienvenue Bishimwa. Julia Bokotu. Cynthia Elizabeth Bonilla. Molly Isabel Bono. James Foster Boone. Zachary Lee James Braun. Samaya Jamine Brewer. Brittany Brasino Batista. Ashley Brinkman. Sanya Marie Britton Handy. Ava Catherine Brooks. Abigail Lynan Buccio. Destiny Michelle Burks. Amanda Elise Burns. Parker Maelway Burns. Campbell Cadenhead. Brandon Calderon. Arnold Calderon Romero. Baron William Campbell. Diana Cano Marotine. Jared Canseco Roca. Christopher Carlos. Kimberly Marlene Caranco. Hugo Carrillo Iglesias. Credence Mayala Caro. Jada Carter. Krishna Nicole Castillo. McKenna Elise Castrani. Karen Castro. Nubia Castro Torres. Oscar Catalan. Jalen Caton. Juliet Cervantes. Joe Cio. Hugo Alejandro Chagala. Ibrima Cham. Julian Marcellus Chapman. Scarlett Lane Chatham. Daniela Chavez. Yu Ting Chen. Desiree Choate. Oliver Chondo. Asher Reynolds Crane. John William Chronister. Ashlyn Ann Sislow. Rhett Austin Clemens. Blake Marshall Cohorn. Brandon Williams Lee Coleman Jr. Stephanie Colendres Carrera. Ariel Deshay Collins. Weston David Congrove. Ryan Douglas Connor. Nathaniel Harper Cook. Zoe Kate Cooper. Jennifer Coronado de Leon. Edwin Cortez. Angelica Guadalupe Cortez. Zion Roderick Courtney. Elias LeRae Coward Stoker. Eniola Praise DaCosta. Angelina Nevea Daniels. Blake Riley Darden. Tristan Archer Davies. Ethan Jordan Davis. Kevin Jerome Davis Jr. King Gennaro de la Rosa. Isabel Giselle de Leon. Alejandra Brielle Delgado. Joanna Mia Diaz. Jazz Deshante Dilworth. Muhammad Awal Dodawa. Shamor Lamont Donaldson. Kamora Jade Dorius. Tatea Ann Marie Drew. Ivy Page Drias. Catherine Eleanor Delaney. Carolyn Isabel Dunn. What? Victus Jr. Ebram. Jadamarian Wayne Edens. Madeline Suzanne Ederer Blaylock. Laura Catherine Amanda Edson. Julia Gail Edwards. Mercy Bolafate Aleso. Kama Anas Elkatawa. Jesse Amaraku Emmanuel. Prevail Ogawazino Emmanuel. Stephanie Efeke Edejebe Enoramgo. Lauren Kate Erickson. Ryan Ashley Ernst. Mariva Aretea. John or Jean? Heinz Sebastian Escamilla. Luis Alberto Escudero Gonzalez. Eric Francisco Estrada Castillo. Tyler Jamal Evans. Esther Oluwadasha Fayeke. Fatitha Abeo Fasahi. Eddie Faustino. Vivian Magdalene Fagan. Mario Xavier Fernandez. George Patrick Farrell. Chloe Ortega Figueroa. Alexica Araya Fisco. Leslie Judith Flores. Giovanni Flores Esquivel. Victor Manuel Flores Sanchez. Skylar Ethan Fobbs. Eleanor Francis Foley. Carolyn Gaydon Foos. David Logan Dislow. Sakura Forte. Kiera Foster Stewart. Sophia Gagne. Janae Fondaro. Ian Ricardo Garcia. Jose Eduardo Garcia. Joseph Dylan Garcia. Michelle Camilla Garcia. Jennifer Julissa Garcia Alvarado. Christian Ethan Garza.
My name is Aaliyah Latrice.
Aaliyah Lutrice.
My name is Ashan Canaria.
Canaria Ishan George. Caden Alexander Gill. Obokwande Moyasore Giwa. Zachariah Glover. Scout Camille Gomez. Anthony Gonzalez. Anthony Manuel Gonzalez. Bianca Bernice Gonzalez. Brandon Alexander Gonzalez. Unique Sapphire Gonzalez. Jamari Gonzalez. Andres Alejandro Gonzalez Rodriguez. Ashlyn Gore. Revka Graffis. Elisa Taylor Green. Joelle Gross. Brooke Goulet. Adane Twebahan Heil.
Courtney April Hall. Deasia Nicole Hamler. Madison Christine Harden. Ty Hargraves. Blake Evan Harris. Jada Danae Harris. William Hassenbauer. Fiona Grace Hasey. Elijah Howley. Oliver Nicholas Howley. Jose Lunita Henderson. Thomas Chase Hendrickson. Sophia Lynn Henson. Ashley Hernandez. Karina Hernandez. Mary Sharon Hernandez Garcia. Nicholas Ellett Hernandez. Yasika Yasmin Hernandez. Laura Deanne Hernandez Medina. Kimberly Yulissa Hernandez Tillo. Eddie Joseph Herrera. Jaime Herrera. Yoreni Yusette Herrera. Say, Herrera. Brian Alexander Herrera Rivera. Jackson Douglas Hickman. Jabari Dominic Hicks. Omar Dwayne Hill Jr. Lucas Robert Holcomb. Jack Allen Hollis. Katie Allen Holmes. Olivia Grace Hopkins. Marche Shadi Houston. Jackson Paul Howell. Sorry. Benjamin Keith Hughes. Joseph Hughes. Lorena Azrabeth Huzar Carindis. Cameron Jabari Hunt. John Paul Brayton Hurt. Quintera McCarva. Farar Hussan. Ava Nicole Hutchinson. Samuel Michael Hutton. Malcolm Kane Ibarra. Jonathan Shima Jr. Israel Iman Irashata. Imisa Erakosi. Ellie Ann Irby. So sorry. Sterling Andrew Ironside. Samara Muhammad Baha Arzik. Kiara LaShawn Ivory. Say it again. Cassie Oniseba Erir Ojika. Isaiah Samadre Jackson. Ainsley Rose James. Lindsay Jarrell. Nash Grady Jinden. Andre Ezekiel Malik Johnson. Dontrell Glenn Johnson. Davison Casey Johnson. Grady Ryan Johnson. Jeremiah Javion Johnson. Joaquin Dwight Johnson. Zevin Zakis Johnson. Adamara Marie Jones Blaylock. Leah Catherine Grace Justice. Khadijah Katie Kabat. Toli Layla Kaba. Farzad Ahmad Karga. Abraham Kargbo. Jonathan Beckett K. Anaya Renee Kellen. Taylor Fuller Kendall. Graham Hunter Kennedy. Marcus Markel Keys. Say it again. Cincy Mortimer Kaipi. Marhaitasik Kavara. Mohammed Farhan Koshal. Grant Ish Kimbrough. Carter Patrick King. Christopher Alex Clara. Carson Derek Klein. Daniel Klein Jr. Jackson Thomas Neffley. Chanel Kofa. Jose Manuel Kofi. Emanuela Blessing Ponikiu. James Anthony Kroc. Shir Muku. Enir Ajek Kul. Sierra Kai LeBrew. Michaela Isabel LaCroix. John Christopher Linez. Salamata Lam. Madison May Lawrence. Jack Lawson. Victoria Ann Lawson. Hayden Pamela Lane. Adam Zarian Limon. Harry Leaks. Viene Ochoa. Anthony Bernard Lewis. Bowie Kong Lian. Samuel Raim Hulan. Anthony No Lucia. Benjamin Carter Lesnar. Hua Lee. William Linton. Paradise Geneva Logan. Brianna Naomi Lopez. Holly Denise Lopez. Juliana Areli Lopez. Sorry. Elizabeth Lopez. Fernanda Lopez Briones. Jesus Adrian Lopez Guzman. Ariana Berenice Loredo. Ashley Louise Loreno. Jack Armstrong Labelle. Alondra Lozado. Miguel Lozada. Giselle Marie Lozano. Logan Mark Luzian. Kaylee Cordelia Likens. Emily Jane Mabry. Isabella Alexandra McKenzie. Oyida Mawel Dorothy Madanola. Sorry. Medina Ahmad. Allison Nicole Magana. Raphael Maul. Megan May Mackelsdorf. Stephanie Michelle Mazanares. Sorry. Angela Mary Maricon. Jade Victoria Vimar Marquez. Henry Law Mars. Lauren Mars. Kalani Marshall. Malik Jaquan Martelli. John Samuel Martin. Julia Suzanne Martin. Arturo Martinez. Nayeli Guadalupe Martinez. Nicholas Martinez. Priscilla Martinez. Giselle Martinez Flores. Makai Martinez, Mika Martinez Gonzalez. Emily Martinez Tavares. Emiliana Mato Marcado. Cairo Matthews. Rose Von Par Moe. Pronounce his name. Sobi Mayakupongo. Christopher Richard Mays Jr. Jackson Thomas McBee. Corinne McCon. Miller Ford McDonald. Jalen McGee. Porter K. McNary. Alexis Gail McNally. Ryan Medina. Elmer Alfredo Mejia Portillo. Mark Caleb Melton. Gabriela Mendizo Rayo. Adonai Mengistu. Got it. Madeline Julie Merez Jr. Joshua Kasavi Markendale. Sorry. Lillian Marie Metzler. Lexi Bell Myers. Jamelia Miller. Jamia Miller. Sorry. Jack Bowen Mitchell. Isabel Mitchell. Nicole Martico. Ariana Mojico Martinez. Clark Noah Monroe. Zaria Janae Montgomery. Sorry. Max Moore. Emily Sophia Morales. Abigail Grace Morrow. Nicole Michelle Mosley. Okay. Jabari Ray Mosley Jr. Ian Michael Mowdy. Edgar Roberto Munoz. Ready? Jackson Bose Mercer. Samuel Nathan Murchison. Lucy Kate Murray. Beatitude Merzura. Pascal Mazura. Hugh Murray. James Ray Neal. Adamus Negrete. Blake Negron. Joy Mara Gongi. Dylan Wynn. Quan Wynn. Russell Even Nicodemus. Demas. Allison Ellie Neiman. Lily Ann Norman. Zion Isaiah Norris. Diego Nunez. Kyle Dennis O'Connor.
Thank you. Iomide Odigi? Yeah, okay. Vanessa Deborah Iomide Odigi. Joshua Odenborough. Precious Okibo. Magali Ogun. Blessing Masoma Onochi. Yes. Adriana Ontiveros. Isis Ali Onobogo. Reed DeWitt Orr. Jade Oresta Mundo. Sebastian Ortega. Daniel Ortiz Torres. I'm sorry. Obarinimi Orodo. Pardon me. Thank you. Shadavia Osborne. Charlotte Osterbusch. Lord Owosu. Emmanuel Jesus Palma Esquivel. Zing Parr. Kevin Para. Thank you. Christopher Parker Parrott. Thank you. Peyton Garrett Patterson. Carson James Dow Payne. Jared Ramon Pedro. Daphne Pena. Jeffrey Lincoln Pennington Jr. Andrea Michelle Perdomo. Brandon Michael Perez. Marcus Antonio Perez. Maria Perez. Okay. Sasha Perez Castanon. Quentin Perkins II. Thank you. Shalom Peter. Ethan Samuel Petty. Felicity Nari Foam. Liz Marina Pitti Quevedo. Okay. Dylan Plenario. Okay. Christian Pomposo. Brianna Bijay Powell. Sorry. Sania Jacqueline Puerto. Thank you. Ariana Michelle Quilca. Mark Harry Quintana. Thank you. Edwin Adonis Quintanilla. Yasmin Abigail Quinteros Linares. Abdul Sattar Raji. Antonio Ramirez. Victor Ramirez Lopez. Okay. Yareli Ramirez Meza. Jasmine Guadalupe Ramos. Thank you. Cindy Ramos Sr. Yasir Rasuli. Thank you. Rachel Bright Ratliff. Rafia Roth. Luke Edward Ray. Thank you. Eric Rayo. Jackson Robert Reagan. Thank you. Ryan Asher Relia. Briseda Guadalupe Reyes. Rhodes Alexander Richardson. Turner Ring. Dontrell Jerome Robinson. Kelsey Brianna Robinson. Montrell Robinson. Luke Robinson. Ari Robles Rojo. Alexis Jade Rodriguez. Anna Karen Rodriguez. Christopher Saul Rodriguez. Lizeth Joanna Rodriguez. Miguel Angel Rodriguez. Stephen Rodriguez Gell. Jose Rodriguez Jr. Miguel Angel Romero. Ethan Cash Rommel. Natalie Leanne Rosales. Zachary Jacob Rose. Keith Centrell Ross Jr. Isaiah Moses Rubio. Thank you. Chelsea Monique Rush. Syed Osman Sadat III. Karina Sainz. Marlene Stella Sainz. Zabil Hola Saki. Kevin Salas. Edgar Salazar. Catherine Salinas. David Sanchez. John Sanchez. Samantha Anai Sanchez. Oscar Armando Sanchez. Homer Sanchez Hernandez. Diamond Sanders. Andrew Franklin Sandlin. Daisy Angeline Sandoval. Maria Elizabeth Sandoval. Mark Anthony Sandoval. Sophia Irma Sandoval. Valeria Sandoval Correa. Wesley Schieber. Kendall Hannah Shorn. Anna Elise Scholdenberg. DeMonte Malik Scott. Gabriel Allen Scott. Wesley Scott. Genesis Caroli Secundino Rojas. Douglas Riley Selzer. Bianca Denise Serna. Jeanette Serato. Lucas Stone Shaw. Nadia Ari Sheffield. Kelvin Demetrius Shelby. Jaqueline Lee Shelton. Chloe Nicole Shin. Sana Shirzad. Jack Edward Schreiner. Shashwat Shritha. Dominique Daniel Silva. Elizabeth Silva Miranda. Sophia Ann Slattery. Callum McGinnis Smith. Finnegan McGinnis Smith. Micah Montana Smith. Naraya Demasia Smith. Noah Maxwell Smith. Santana Cassidy Smith. Kashawn Omarion Smith. Axel Aaron Sotelo. Mustafa So. Bilal Ahmad Stanitsi. Thank you. Layla Stanixi. Roya Stanixi. Miranda Elise Catherine Stevens. Abri Daniel Stewart. Charlotte Elaine Stroll. Destiny Kenyatta Sullivan. Tal Chin Soon. Presley Brooke Sutton. Ben Azmet Swinney. Edwin Tablas. Okay. Ayobani Madeline Taiwu. Isaiah Monroe Tate. Kendra Tanisha Taylor. Jackie Elvades Tichingwa Nachuga. Thank you. Lane Lewis Temple. Joshua Alonzo Tau. David Ramza Tang. Ka Pa Tang. Thank you. Thu Ang Tine. Rosie Lon Kip Claway. Kaylin Linda Thomas. Khalil Carmelo Thomas. Samuel Stephen Thomas. Tyrese Enil Thomas. Okay. Dakuri Malik Thompson. Catherine Scott Thompson. Okay. Rebecca Ann Thompson. Raymond Nathan Thorne. Andrew Scott Tisher. Okay. Toby, pardon me. Oluwafemani Confidence Toby Olotu. Andrew Todd. Thank you. Edgar Toledo. Clarissa Lorley Therese. Min Sign Tun. Jada Monet Tundi. Jordan Yenin Tundi. Emmanuel Chidaria Ani Juwanwai. Okay, thank you. Okay, Alexander, I'm sorry, Alexander Nathu Ume. Alejandro Emiliano Velez. Thank you. Lillian Noemi Vasquez. Jose Rafael Vasquez Morales. Leo Augustus Vaudry. Duncan Bayou Vapel. Daniel Alexander Vasquez. George Vasquez. Oscar Vasquez Rivera. Brandon Valesquez. Yao and Cedric Vieira. Jacqueline Villarreal. Cassandra Villarreal. Makai Sinke Wafer. Se Wa. Daquan Alexander Walker. John Winters Walker IV. Devin Darnell Wallace. Archie Peace Way. Margaret Winsell. Devon Edward White. Dresden Lawrence Whitney. Harmony Wigfall. Jair Deshaun Williams. Nadia Nicole Williams. Okay. Tristan Cardia Williams. John Alton Williams Jr. Jordan Diane Willis. Charles Thomas Willman. Jacob Murray Woodard. Ruthana Getu Wubante. Jack Weston Young. I'm sorry. Analea Juliet Zamorano. Bryn Elizabeth Zotapek. Logan Scott Zink. Edwin Zuniga. Angelo Diaz. Maya Daniel. Caleb Jabin Smith. Benny Joe Kennard III. Joviana Diana Lucian Coulter. Keisha Gormany. Lorenzo Ernesto Ruiz Maravilla. Marilyn Bianca Ruiz Villa. Terry Fuentes Carrias. Zanaya Bryson. Andrea Misil Garcia. And Gabriel Adame.
If you wanna go up, let's see, when the last one takes the picture, you can start the alma mater. Yeah, you can go ahead and start.
Please rise for the alma mater. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Audience, please remain seated as we escort the Lake Highlands High School class from the arena. Thank you.